I started seeing a weird trend in the job market, and it didn't make sense until I watched this viral video. About 2 years ago, the spray and pray method was actually working, meaning you just needed a generalized resume and then you apply to as many as 500 to 1,000 jobs, and it was essentially a numbers game. And as an executive recruiter and a career coach, I hated that, but it was the only method that was working, so I shifted my coaching practice around that. Of course, I know that it worked only because it was a high volume agile candidates market that started happening around post-2020 lockdown. But that method stopped working when the job market moved back into an employer's market because the layoffs had begun. I then, of course, began to shift clients back into creating an ultra-specific niche resume for each of them. For example, I'm not talking about, oh, you just work in project management. I'm talking about you work in project management for HR teams in higher education. And that is what I call brilliance niching. So if you're curious about that, let me know. Anyway, with brilliance niching, I actually saw my clients begin to get more interviews almost overnight, but the question still becomes, why is this happening? 1, people are bad at hiring due to bias and poor evaluation tools. 2, there are more candidates per position to screen due to layoffs. 3, recruiters are just not getting hired right now, so recruitment teams are understaffed and under-resourced. And 4, AI hiring tools means poor evaluation with more bias in the process, and more AI for candidates means better tailored resumes that are no longer distinguishable. And as a result, hiring managers cannot make a hiring decision. And 5, programs, training, and accountability tools to teach better hiring have been eliminated due to DEI and recruitment understaffing. So what does all of this mean for Black women in the job market when so many of us have been displaced? Please do not lower your standards. Seeking out inclusive organizations is still the goal. Look for stretch roles in your industry where you can differentiate your skill set. Niche down more than just a title. You are going to need to get specific about things like industry, position, specialty, and mission. Organize your resume with AI to get through the system and ask it to identify skill set gaps for you. If this helped you, follow, like, and share for more Black Woman Brilliance, and check out the webinar on my profile to learn more. Bye.